The first rates coming up in a few seconds from now. The Nifty Bank, and some of the indices as well, and then we'll get down to individual names. So what do we have? About 25,300 plus back again on the Nifty, like yesterday. So it's a flat start, to be fair. The Sensex is also absolutely flat, 82,600 on the Sensex. So we saw some green, and very quickly the markets come back down a little bit. We've got the IT index, which is absolutely flat as well. Bank Nifty at about 51,389, 390 is down about 50 points. Again, I mean, it's a very, very quiet, flat kind of start on the front line. Benchmark indices coming through. The heat map coming up on the Nifty. I mean, it's more mixed, certainly more mixed as compared to what we saw same time yesterday. I think there'll be about 20 down and about 30 stocks which are higher. So that is the overall picture, with about an 18-point cut on the index right now on the Nifty 50. Shriram.
Okay, absolutely. Well, the stock that Sudarshan was just telling us about, GMR Power, with that BNK brokerage view coming in, that one's flying away 5% higher. And even Aadhar Housing Finance, the other brokerage note that Sudarshan picked out, doing really well, 5% on that stock as well. But anyway, to talk about the Nifty itself, it's extremely quiet. Bajaj Finance is cooling off after yesterday's run, about 0.5% lower. There's some selling in Bajaj Auto as well. LTI Mindtree, Infosys, Tech Mahindra, HCL Tech, all of IT starting off weak. So that's the first trend you can note. Then on the banking side as well, things are very listless. ICICI Bank is lower. SBI is down by about 0.2% thereabouts. So what's bringing up the upside? All of commodities, metals, commodities and oil and gas. So Hindalco about 0.7% higher. Coal India, ONGC. These are stocks on the upside. And there's TCS, which is a departure from the weak IT trend. All of IT is weak except TCS. But all things put together, extremely flat on the Nifty. So, Nigel, let's look at more interesting stuff.
Well, that's right. Your Orient Cement, that one's popped up in trade. It's up close to around 5%. Good volume burst is what we are seeing. Remember, in Friday's trading session as well, it did well. Yesterday, it came in for profit taking. Today, Orient Cement is up 5%. GMR Power's locked up 5% as we speak. So, good up move is what we're seeing out there. Zomato yesterday had a bit of a down day, but the street believes that maybe if it comes into the FNO list, it could make it to the Nifty. So for the time being, that stock is popping up. It's up close to around 1.5%. Geo Financial Services as well is continuing its good run. That's up close to around 1.5%. So a flat start is what we have. Vedanta is open mildly in the green because of the 20 rupee dividend that they have given. Also, the promoter entity has said that they'll be looking to buy back some of their bonds, which is good news. A stable promoter, something that the street likes. For the time being, though, the stock is just holding mildly in the green. Karnataka Bank is down 4%. I'm not sure what's going on here, but that's down close to around 4.5% as we speak. So that's one of the top losers from the FNO traded stocks. Just keep an eye out on that one. Prashant.
Yeah, so, you got absolutely flat rates on the index, 25,273 or so. But individually, I think I'm seeing a lot of defense names. So HAL is up 3%. HAL is the biggest volume-led gainer. It'll come up. That's Hindustan Aeronautics. Mazgaon Dock is up 4%, and that's a big one as well. Large volumes on all these. Cochin Shipyard is up 3%. So it's a bit of a defense move. Garden Reach is up 5%. So you got 3 shipbuilders and 1 plane maker. That is HAL. Which I mean, so it's it's the Air Force and the Navy. Matrimony is up 10-11%. Matrimony, of course, we highlighted earlier on as well. And Nigel mentioned Orient Cement. Medi Assist, that block got done 2% higher now, 631 on top of yesterday's closing price. I just want to look at Aadhar Housing as well. Aadhar Housing is 5% higher, so that's good. 408 in Aadhar Housing Finance. As far as defense is concerned, Bharat Dynamics is another one, which is up about 3%. In Brigade, there is a QIP, which is up, and the stock's up about 3%, 1281 on Brigade. At this point in time, I go down the list, volumes start to thin out quite a bit. Signature, that is the Gurgaon-based real estate company, that is down about 4.5%, and I think there's a large sort of block which has happened there. Ola Electric is down 1.6, 1.7%. Stocks down about at about 113. High was 156 post-listing. There is Gujarat Gas, which is down 1%. Gujarat Gas had a phenomenal move last week. And there are names like Policy Bazaar, which are down about 2% or so as well. So, yeah, that's essentially, what is up and down. Silbi.
Just one more to the list, Prashant, and that's Zomato. CLSA impact here because CLSA has put out a buy call and the target price is about 353. Quite a few brokers have targets northwards of 300 on Zomato. Big volumes today as well as we start off.
Well, one more, Tilak Industries, we had highlighted that yesterday it moved with very, very large volumes. It's made a fresh 52-week high today, ahead of that implementation of the liquor policy in Andhra Pradesh that the street has been waiting for. I think it takes place on October 1st. So that's another one, making fresh 52-week high.
Close eye, Nigel, on alcohol.
No,
In every state.
Actually, when it was implemented in UP, the branded sales went up by 3 times. So I think the street is trying to factor in, but let's see whether it actually gets implemented.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I mean, flat on the indices, 6-point change, 3-point change, 25,270 is where we are at.